We'll begin sitting on a cushion. You can fold the legs. And become aware of your natural breath. And allow your spine to find that perfect alignment where it's sitting tall. Let's begin to deepen our natural breath. So inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Allowing your belly to be soft. So that as you inhale, your belly and your rib cage can expand. You get to decide how slow you breathe. And begin to circle the head as if you're tracing a circle with the nose. Reversing the direction. And bringing your head into stillness. And letting your torso circle. reversing the direction. And slowing down, and bringing your spine to center, and sitting up nice and tall. Letting your left hand rest in Gyan Mudra. And bringing your right hand into Vishnu Mudra. First two fingers gently bend. And we'll use the thumb and the ring finger to close off alternate nostrils. Closing off your right nostril with the thumb, inhale through the left. The top of your inhale, switch, exhale right. Inhale right. Top of the inhale, switch, exhale left. Inhale left. Top of the inhale, switch, exhale right. Inhale right. Switch, exhale left. And keep going at your own pace. Switching at the top of the inhale. And let this breath get a little bit more subtle. And let it get even more subtle so the breath is very light. When you're ready, you can release the hand and the breath. And if the eyes are closed, you can gently float them open. And let's bring our mat over to the wall. And I like to get into the wall by sitting sideways against the wall on the mat. And then I'll take my hands away from the wall and start to lean onto my forearms as I lift my legs up the wall. And you might have a decent amount of space between your sitting bones and the wall at first. It's nice to have a little bit of space there so that your legs can relax against the wall. But if you feel uncomfortable, like you're too far away, you can always inch towards the wall a little bit closer. Good, everyone. Just let your legs rest up the wall for a moment here. If you'd like to, you can let your arms relax by the sides, maybe a little bit away from your sides, with the palms facing up. And gently start to deepen your breath. Inhaling into the belly and the ribs. And as you inhale, you can invite in a sense of peace, balance, anything at all that you might be looking for. And as you exhale, you're welcome to release tension, release stress, responsibility, anything that you're looking to dissolve. You get to choose. And let's start to open the feet wide into a V. If you'd like to, you can always hold the inner thighs. Good, and draw the knees into the chest. Let your toes touch the wall. Let your arms come down by the sides. And begin to walk your feet up the wall until the knees are a little bit more open than 90 degrees. And then you can press into the feet and lift the hips up off the floor. Inch your shoulder blades together underneath you. You can even interlace the hands if that's accessible. And just have your feet as high as is comfortable here. Deepening your breath. This is a shoulder stand. You're welcome to lift one leg up. Maybe switch. Good, and just play with it for a couple more breaths. You can have both feet on the wall. You can bring the hands to the low back and try to reach both feet off the wall. Doesn't matter what you end up doing, just breathe. And let's all lower down, lowering the back all the way to the mat. Just let your legs relax, arms relax. Let your breath go, feeling the echo. And take a deep inhale with me through the nose. And sigh it out through the mouth. Again. One more. Take your arms into a T with the palms facing down. Bend the knees slightly. And begin to walk your feet over to the right, letting yourself twist. You can keep the knees bent over to the right, or you can straighten the legs out against the wall. And then try to let your head relax to the left, away from the knees. Deep inhale. Exhale through the mouth. And begin to walk the feet to center. And we'll pause with the feet wide and the knees bent. Good, so it's kind of like a happy baby. The feet are wide, knees are wide. See if you can send your next couple inhales all the way down into the low belly and the pelvis. When you're ready, start to walk those feet over to the left. You can have bent knees or straight legs, twisting to the left. Invite your head to spill to the right. Using the wall is really great for alignment in the body. Just coming into a natural, good alignment in your spine. And it's also wonderful for releasing tension, bringing the body and mind into a greater state of relaxation. And take a deep inhale together. Exhale through the mouth. And walk those feet back to center. You can let the legs release up long, or bring the soles of the feet together, letting the pinky edges of the feet rest against the wall. If you'd like to now, you can bring the arms over the head, elbows slightly bending. Now, in this pose with the feet together, my feet don't stay touching, and that's okay. Just let them rest against the wall. On your next inhale, interlace your hands above the head. Turn them inside out and reach them away from you. And then hug the knees into the chest, squeezing them in. One more time, release your hands down to the mat by your sides and begin to walk your feet up the wall, lifting the hips. This time, bring your hands to your low back. Try to inch your elbows in towards each other, and your hands are just touching that low back and sacrum. Try to press your fingertips a little bit into the low back as if you're encouraging your low back to lift up even higher, almost like a bridge pose. And when you're ready, gently lower it down. Let your legs rest on the wall long, and let your arms relax. Let everything go for a moment. And gently start to walk your feet to one side. And you can let your whole body roll to that side, gently pressing up. And then you can crawl on your hands and knees away from the wall. Good. And then just sink your hips back into child's pose. Reaching your hands forward, tucking the chin, letting your third eye center, your forehead, come down to the earth. Walk your hands a little bit over to the left, sinking that right hip even lower. Walk the hands over to the right, sinking the left hip lower. On your inhale, gently lift the head and your gaze. Walk the hands back to center. And moving your weight onto your forearms, let your hips lift. And then walk your forearms forward, coming down onto your belly. Now, if you can see my legs, draw your legs together like a tail and press them down into the earth. Good, and your forearms are on the ground and you're reaching your heart forward and up, Sphinx pose. Glide your shoulders down the back a little bit more. Good, and begin to take the head side to side, right and left. Inhale, gazing forward. Exhale, let your heart melt down, tuck the chin, forehead touches the earth. Glide your hands back where your elbows were on either side of your rib cage. Press down through your cobra tail as you lift the head just enough. Good, just enough so you can see. And then glide your shoulders down the back. And as you press into the hands, it's actually as if you're drawing your hands back towards your hips. So they're pressing into the floor and they're trying to move back. And reach your heart forward, forward, forward. It will come off the ground. Elbows stay gently bent. Keep your chin tucked so the back of your neck is long. You can even imagine the sides of the neck flaring like a cobra head. Good. Inhale with me. Exhale. Tuck the toes. Sink back into puppy. Hips are high. Forehead comes down. You can stay in puppy if you like, or inhale to gaze forward. Exhale, bring your hands under the shoulders, toes are tucked. Inhale, leaning back into those toes, preparing for down dog. Exhale, press into the toes, lift your hips, press into wide fingers in your hands, and tuck your chin. Downward dog, let's walk it out, bending one knee and then the other. One step at a time, walk your feet up to meet your hands. Coming into a flat back, shins and hands come together as you gaze forward. Shoulders glide down the back, lengthen even more. And on your next exhale, gently fold, hanging like a rag doll. You can hold opposite elbows or just let the arms hang. Maybe rocking side to side gently. Inch your feet a tiny bit wider. And interlace your hands behind the back, or you can hold a strap between your hands. Bend the knees ever so slightly as you reach the hands away from the back. Allow your body to fold, head hangs. Yoga Mudra. Release the arms. One vertebrae at a time. Roll it up. Come over to the wall so your sitting bones are touching the wall and your feet are about a foot in front of the wall and about a foot apart. Knees are slightly bent. Good, and then folding here, you can your sitting bones will move a little bit against the wall and then hang. And you're always welcome to add the arms again. You're always welcome to interlace the hands behind the back. Just stay in the pose, however is comfortable for you. Good, and you can kind of relax into the wall. So just make sure that your feet are in a comfortable position where your sitting bones can kind of lean into the wall to help you fold. If the arms are interlaced behind the back, slowly let them release down. And then roll it up. Inch your feet together. And then release. Inhale, reaching out and up. Today you can look up, tiny back bend at the top of your inhale. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, flat back, hands come to the shins. Exhale, folding. And because you're probably up near the wall with your feet, walk your hands forward into downward dog. Last one. Glide those shoulders down the back, away from the ears. Inhale into high plank. Beautiful. Exhale, lower the knees. Bend the elbows, lower the chest and the chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose with wide knees. Open those knees nice and wide. Sink it back. Let it go. When you're ready, begin to release out. And we'll come into your Shavasana, final resting pose. You're welcome to rest with the legs up the wall or lay down flat on the mat. If you'd like a little bit of a heart opener as you rest, you're welcome to place a pillow underneath the back of the heart just to lift the heart slightly. And as you rest here, you can let your breath release, so no more effort or control or even consciousness with the breath. Imagine every cell relaxing. Imagine any last bits of tension releasing. And I'll sing you a special chant for Mother's Day to all goddesses. And then we'll rest in silence. Karagre vasate Lakshmi, Karamudaye Saraswati Karamade tu Govinda Paravate Karidashana Karagre Vasate Lakshmi Karamudaye Saraswati Karamate tu Govinda Paravate Karidashana Karagre Vasate Lakshmi Karamudaye Saraswati Karamade tu Govinda Paravate Karidashana. Softly begin to deepen your breath. Gently rubbing the tips of the fingers with the thumb. And wiggling the toes. You can stretch the arms up over the head, rolling wrists and ankles. And then come into the fetal position, resting on one side. Letting your head come up last. You can press up to see it. Let's bring our palms to heart center. And today we'll come into Lotus Mudra. So keep your pinkies and thumbs together, but let the rest of your fingers open, resembling a lotus flower. Sealing this practice and all the energy that you've created, everything that you've released, everything you've brought in, invited in. Let it circulate in the hands. And let's honor all of the people who have been mother figures to us in our lives. That might be biological mothers, teachers, people who have inspired us, taken care of us, taken us under their wing. And bowing the head slightly and honoring yourself and all of those moments that you have been a mother figure for someone else, where you have helped or taken someone under your wing, mother to child. And bringing one hand to the heart and covering it with the other. honoring our connection to all, our connection to our home on earth. This mother who also provides for us in many ways. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for being here.